Here, and I'm doing a random, very random pop-up live stream. So I got a lot of questions, like a lot of questions in the past week, and many of them are coming into my email inbox, and some are coming through Facebook Messenger, on LinkedIn, you name it, I'm getting them. So I wanted to just pop in for a couple of reasons. One, I wanted to make sure to go ahead and answer some of these questions, and hopefully, because many of the questions I think are related to things that more than just one person wants to know, I want to answer those. And the second reason is because I love testing things. And hopefully you can hear me this time, because earlier in the week we did a live stream. In the first few minutes it was muted out. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Um, I thought that the mic that was selected was the proper one, but maybe not. Now, if you're inside of my Facebook group, by the way, let me make sure I go ahead and put a note about the link so that I can see your face, your lovely face. I'll pop that up here. If you are in the Facebook group and you want to say hello and let me see who you are, just pop that link that you see at the very top that's scrolling across the screen. Go ahead and go there and give permission. I am using Melon app. I always get the question about, what are you using? So today, in this moment, I'm using the Melon app to do a live in vertical view. Okay, I'm going to dive in because I got a lot of questions, like I said, but I'm going to try to answer all of them in just a few minutes. And then I need to move on with my day and let you move on with yours, because it's action-packed today. First and foremost, the number one thing that's happening today is I get to pick up my baby girl. She's coming back home from DC from her internship. So she's not my baby girl, she's my eldest, but I'm excited to see her face because it's been a minute. It's different when you see and you can get a hug versus doing FaceTime, which I think is what all the kids do. Good morning, everybody. I see several people that are here, so feel free to say hi. I am paying attention. I'm looking in the stream. Yes, always my baby, forever and ever and ever. So no matter how old she gets, and she's getting older now, as she likes to say. Okay, so let me tackle these. I'll start with the first, and I will acknowledge if you all have any questions you want me to answer, feel free to pop those in, because I literally am here just to answer questions right now. I don't have a structured talk or anything, but I wanted to answer your questions. So the first question was, what am I using? I'm getting a lot of questions. Good morning, Miss Candace. Candace in the house. It's always wonderful to see you, beautiful. I am answering the first question, which is, what software am I using lately? I've gotten a lot of compliments about it. And in this moment, I'm using Melon app, like I said. But what I have been using more frequently is Ecamm Live. I'm saying ECAMM Live. Okay. M is in Mary, in case anybody's not picking that up. So Ecamm Live. I actually was told this week that I have an accent. I don't know. I may have a Southern drawl because I am a Southerner. I'm a Southern girl. But hopefully you understood what I just said. Ecamm Live. Okay, and the reason why I wanted to mention that is because a lot of folks were asking, since I've been doing more presentations and live workshops and even keynotes using Zoom, thank you, Scott. My Zoom, I typically, if I'm just doing like a workshop with my Stream Bosses Academy folks, I'm using regular old Zoom. But if I'm doing like a major presentation or a keynote or a workshop, for a broad audience, then what I am doing is I'm using Ecamm Live, the virtual camera feature, and I'm broadcasting that into Zoom. That gives you a lot more flexibility because you can create all these fun and exciting windows, and it's just a beautiful app. It really is. And now that they've created or added an update recently in the beta version of Ecamm Live, now you have the option of being able to multi-stream. So you can stream to a lot of different platforms at once, just using Ecamm. I did have a bit of a glitch this week, and I'm working with the folks in the support team on that right now because YouTube, it didn't post to my YouTube automatically. So my backup plan was the Facebook Live that I'd done. I basically used the recording from that and the recording that Ecamm produced for me automatically. And I uploaded that into something called OneStream Live. And OneStream, I have a lifetime subscription because some of y'all know I'm a lifetime plan addict. If I can find a tool or an app that I don't have to pay a monthly subscription for, I can pay once and be done. I'm all in if it's a good quality product. And I try to bring you all in with me when I know about these. So I have OneStream Live, and I use that to then rebroadcast my recording as a live into YouTube. So I had to do some backdoor stuff, which I don't want to have to do. I'm working with them on that, but I wanted to let you know that that was a little glitch that I did find this week. But last week it went perfectly fine. So we'll see how that goes. Ecamm is the answer to that question, because I've gotten that a lot lately. Oh, and by the way, in addition to using Ecamm, I have also gotten really smart at hiring and outsourcing things that I don't want to do or that I'm not really gifted at doing. And so my friend JP High Tech, he and his team actually created graphics for me, and they made my presentation look beautiful, like really TV quality on Ecamm. So I'm working with JP and his team on doing some other amazing transformational things with live streaming over the next few months. So look forward to that. That's it on that question. Question number 2, and I've gotten this a couple of times too. When is Stream Bosses Academy reopening? Because if you go to Stream Bosses Academy, good morning, Thomas. Good to see you. If you go to streambosses.academy, what you'll see is that it says, sorry, we're closed. We reopen in the fall. And so I've gotten questions about, well, when are you reopening so we can sign up? So I am going to tell you, and thank you, Scott, and I'll pass it on to JP too, because look, my goal with creating this live stream presence is that I want to show you what's possible. And I also just love creating. And if I'm going to create, if we're going to spend the time to make content, why not make it awesome, right? Why not? If we're committed to doing that. Now, I don't want to become a professional videographer, nor do I encourage you to do that if that's not your gift. If your gift is as a coach, which, by the way, I absolutely love coaching. I've been able to coach and consult and to provide strategy for a number of clients in the past week that left with a big old giant smile on their face. And I did too, because I know what it's going to do to lift their brands and to really help them to reach the people they're intended to reach. And I can do that well if I'm presenting myself well on camera. So I want to teach you how to do that too, right? That's why I share some of my secrets and behind the scenes stuff, is because I want to pass this on. I'm trying to pull other people up with me while I'm rising. I have a lot to learn and a long way to go, y'all. I know this. But if I'm just 2 to 3 steps ahead of you, then I can help bring you along with me, right? So that we all thrive, so that we create ripples in our communities wherever we are, wherever we get a chance to make an impact. We need to be making a positive impact. So, Eric, awesome. I see this question. Why don't you reach out to me? If you can DM me, let me talk to you about your quest, because I may have some resources that I can put you in touch with, even if I'm not the right person for you. Okay. So for instance, I know JP High Tech works a lot with ministry and has amazing resources. He has an entire studio out of Tennessee too. And Pam Perry, Dr. Pam Perry, is also a good friend of mine, and she has amazing branding resources. So depending on what you need, and that's something we can talk about, just reach out to me in the DM and I'll send you a link to set up a discovery call. Okay, so back on track. the answer to the question about the academy is, I am really sitting here. I've been processing through this in the last week and rethinking our strategy, because we initially were only opening it up once a quarter. And I love the intimate community and relationships and connections that we are creating inside of the academy. I'm very intentional about that. And what I think we're going to be doing, and I'm considering this now, is we may open it up to be a year-round enrollment. But I'm really kind of praying about that right now and thinking through what is the best strategy to do so. So right now, in this moment, the first or second week in October is the plan for when the academy will be reopened for enrollment to the public. Right now, I'm spending time nurturing and loving on the amazing members that are part of that space in this moment. And we're building out some things that I think are critical to ensure that we have a good foundation moving forward. So when I say the fall, my head is saying first or second week in October. We could move it up depending on some things that I'm working on. That's the answer. Number 3, the question was, do I like Notion? Someone asked me about Notion because I did that's awesome, Miss Virginia. Somebody asked me about Notion versus Airtable versus Trello. I did a live stream earlier this week about that. And I would say that each of them, as I mentioned in the live stream, although it's an hour long, you can kind of scan through it. And I'll make some chapters soon to make sure that it's organized and you can just click on what you want. But I like the idea of using Notion. I think that there are a lot of wonderful creators that have made templates that are beautiful for that space. It's not for me in this moment for organizing my videos, but as I build out my team and I create more reasons and use cases to use it, I can see using it more frequently, especially Thomas Frank's Creator's Companion template, which I think is about $99 or $100 at this point. If you need a link to that, let me know. Just put it in the comments or send me a DM and I'll get you a link for that. But I am using Airtable in this moment because I like Airtable for the simplicity, because it's super clean. It can integrate with all of the different apps that I'm using in this time. So that is probably my fan favorite in the moment, Airtable. And for those of you who, okay, and somebody put in here, let me see who this is. Yes, Scott. Scott said, I use Google Sheets and it works quite well. And that's the thing. I think that there is room to use anything that works for you. So when people ask me what I like and what I use, I literally have now created an entire recommendation library of probably almost 200 different links that I have to different apps and tools that I love and that I've used. We've given access to that page, to that recommended library, to our folks inside of Stream Bosses Academy. But if you reach out and you have a specific request about a resource, let me know and I'll send you my affiliate link. The thing is, you need to use what's right for you based on the criteria that you set for yourself. If simplicity is important to you, you want to look for apps and tools that are going to help you with simplicity. I like Google Sheets as well. I think it works great. And there are ways you can integrate Google Sheets with other types of systems. The reason why I like Airtable is because right out of the box, even if you get the free version, you have a lot of different views and ways that you can see the information. So I can break it down however I want to see it. But do I like Notion? The answer to that question is, I like it. It just wasn't right for me in this moment based on the case that I needed it for. And I also like Trello, but again, not for me in this time. Airtable is my go-to in this moment. Another question, I have 2 more questions I need to answer. Another question was, have I done a video yet on how to create an Amazon store? Not yet. Because I feel like I haven't done due diligence to really build that thing out the way I need to. But if you have questions about Amazon, good morning, David. If you have questions about how to create an Amazon store and how to become an influencer, I have a lot of different YouTube influencers and people that I followed that I can share with you. I can share a couple with you if you like. And personally, I set the store up probably about a year and a half ago, and then I have recently revamped it to include things that I like, not just video specific things, but things that I like that will help me in my, as a mom, as a wife, as a person who's managing a household, as a person who does video content, as a person who's juggling both corporate and business, self-employment. So I have tools that I'm recommending on that space. My shop is streamlikeaboss.shop. Let me see if I actually have a link for that. I probably don't have it set up in the moment. Yeah, so streamlikeaboss.shop if you need to go and check it out. You can kind of take a look at it. But yes, I'll add that as a topic that we'll review in a future video. I can do that. And if you all do have requests like that, don't hesitate to put those in my comments or send them to me, via email or DM, wherever you're watching from, because I do take note of your request and I am putting those into my idea library so that I can look at when I want to create a video about that particular topic. Okay. The last question I will answer is about the on-camera confidence retreat. And so I do want to share that link. So the on-camera confidence retreat, some of you know that I have an on-camera confidence course. This is not that. This is actually created by my friend Lucia, and it's going to be an amazing group of mostly women, I think, who are presenters who are going to be delivering messages in a workshop that's virtual, completely virtual, starting August 22nd. So what I want to do, I'm going to try to type this in real fast for you so that you have the link to it. I'm going to put this at the top. It's the on-camera confidence retreat, and it begins on the 22nd, but registration is open right now in this moment. So I just replace the ticker that's at the top that you can see up there. It's replaced with that link. Feel free to go and visit and see if it might be interesting for you to attend. It is free to attend. You can do an upgrade for an all access pass. So that's the end of the questions, but I wanted to answer those because I've gotten multiple requests in all of those different areas. So hopefully this helps, and you can go and come and watch the replay if you need to. I always appreciate an opportunity to connect with you, and I just appreciate you giving me a few minutes to kind of answer these things. So I hope it helps. I will see you all next week, because next week I will be back on Thursday, and I have a very special guest. Our guest is going to be Jada West, and she's going to be talking to us about TikTok. So you do not want to miss our Thursday live. Show up, learn, bring your notepad and your pen, because I'm really excited to interview her and to hear more about her. Me too, Scott. I'm glad that you were able to come, sir. I hope y'all have an amazing and a wonderful and safe weekend. I'm going to go pick up my daughter from the airport. I'm really thrilled that I get to see her, and I'm excited that I get to see you all next week. Take good care. Bye.